What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Hustle with JesseW, and today we're going to go over a day trading recap and a swing trade. Check it out. Well, guys, today wound up being a pretty good day after closing out a swing trade on Boeing. We're going to go over that one here in a minute, and we're also going to go over the day trade as well as my sentiment on the day, which today I felt like we would have a lot of pop and drops and stuff like that going on, just because we have Fed meeting closure today. You got Jerome Powell coming up talking about his printer that goes burr and all that good stuff. So with all that in mind, I thought today would be a little bit of a choppier day, a choppier session, and I had to protect myself on the day trades, but we do have a day trade to go over, as well as we have a swing trade to go over. So without any further delay, smash the like button for me, subscribe to the channel, check out the link in the description section below for a 15% off coupon code on trade ideas and a 5-day trial at thedaytraderchatroom.com. And now let's go ahead, jump into the charts. Before I forget, guys, our poll results for the day: 83% of traders are green today in chat, 16% didn't trade. Again, another show of discipline by the daytraderchatroom.com team. So this morning we had GRVI, BTBT, SPRT, and Boeing all on watch. This was the watch list at the daytraderchatroom.com. So if you're watching this on YouTube, then there's a link in the description section below where you can come join us for a 5-day trial. There'll be description and comment section. You can find that. Now, here's Boeing right now pulling into VWAP 9 AMA 23.6 fib. You can watch and see if this level holds support. And if it does, maybe you'll get a move higher back towards the highs. If I were in this trade, my first take profit would be somewhere up here in front of the highs in the 236s, 237 area. We're going off at 234.90 right now. So, GRVI right here, I thought this one had tremendous amount of potential. I love the daily chart. We had clear support in the 580s, and we've gone down here to test it again. But this is a nasty rejection of VWAP here. That's a really ugly candle on big volume. Big volume. This morning in pre-market, we said it. We knew that today was a big Fed day. Jerome Powell was going to be coming out, and typically on days like this, you get a lot of pop and drops. You get a lot of pop and drops, and you get a lot of chop. So I said it in pre-market, and because of that, I was very careful this morning. I have one day trade that was a red trade and one swing trade that's a green trade, and we're going to go over both of those. Now, GRVI, while it was my favorite because of the daily, so far it's been a complete dud. Right off the bell, straight up, and then got slammed back down and got halted on the way down. And so far, it has held decently after that halt down, but I'm not a fan of it anymore, to be honest with you. All right, so GRVI, nothing there. BTBT is still holding up. If it breaks VWAP and holds, it could have some potential. Now let's jump into SPRT, which is my day trade today. SPRT now trying to come back up here towards VWAP. You can keep eyes on it, but definitely something that I am having trust issues with this morning for sure. For sure. So this morning, right? Let me see here. Let me get my timestamp on the alert. So at 9:42 a.m., so somewhere in here, actually, somewhere in here, I went ahead and got long on SPRT for that hold of VWAP. We were holding VWAP there, all right? Let me put out the fib levels here for you, and we had the 23.6 fib in the general area, but it wasn't anything that was super crucial there. The main purpose for myself, as far as the thesis goes on this trade, was holding VWAP and that $8 area. Why that $8 area? Well, the $8 area is right here, this previous high, right in here. Okay, you see that previous high right there? So we're holding that previous high, and we're holding VWAP, and I thought we had good potential there because this stock actually had a lot of pre-market volume and a lot of after-hours volume yesterday. And because of it holding those levels, I thought, well, maybe this thing has a bunch of shorts trapped in it, and we got to move back towards $9-10 on this thing. So I stepped in there, got long, 8.26 entry with a stop in the $8 area, and I got stopped out right in the very next candle right here at 7.97, right? And well, after that, what did it do? Not much. It just sold off completely. right in here, it caught my attention again, and I was watching it for a break and hold of VWAP, and it didn't. It broke VWAP and then it came straight right back down. Okay, so we know that SPRT is now trying to test VWAP there. We know GRVI, VWAP rejection there. SPRT we already went over, and BTBT, has potential here. It's creeping back towards VWAP. But the next one is Boeing. Look, another one. Boeing couldn't hold the support level, broke back down underneath it, right? So that's just what we keep seeing all day, and it's kind of like what I expected. However, it's not a red day for me, even though that trade is red, because I closed off a swing trade in Boeing. Now, in Boeing, let me show you. In Boeing, last year when we had the big market crash, I bought Boeing all throughout this big crash here. But I was just entering into small positions, and I averaged out my position at $110 and change per share. I actually got some Boeing all the way down in the 90s or $89 area. Yeah, I remember it, and I'm sure I can look it up as well. But my average was $110 and change per share, and I was only in probably about, I don't know, like 10% or so of what I wanted to buy. I really wanted to buy a lot more Boeing, and we had this move higher here, right, into the 230s, and we got even higher up here into the 270s, and I didn't sell any Boeing in those areas. I didn't sell it because I thought to myself, my target is the 300 area, right? My 300 area is right before basically the whole collapse happened. However, with what happened recently, we see here this big drop on Boeing, another one, right? And this was airplane related. They were having issues with, I don't know exactly which one of the planes, but they were having issues, and they had to stop production and stuff like that. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to start looking to see if I can get out of Boeing, because I don't want to hold Boeing for another year in this account. I don't mind holding it in my retirement account, right, where I do have a little Boeing as well from back then, but I don't want to hold in the taxable account. I don't want to hold it for another year. My thought process was at some point this year in the summer or even in the winter we'd be back in the 300s, but I don't think it's going to happen. I just don't see that. I don't see that coming, right? I don't see that happening. So I decided not to continue holding Boeing and started to look for a way to close out that position. But I didn't want to close it off down here. I absolutely refused to close it down there. Because it's a company that I think still long term is going to be a decent investment. So I was like, I'm not going to close it down here. I want to wait and see if I can get it back into 230s at least. And we started to hold that 200-day moving average in here. We started to hold that 200-day moving average, and finally today off of earnings we get a big gap up. And I figured maybe off of this big gap up, some institutions will start to try to take that as a sign where they can just start to liquidate positions and get rid of some Boeing. And I went ahead and did the same, and I booked my profit on Boeing. Now let me show you real quick here. Let me grab my broker, my long-term swing account. Now this is not my retirement account, it's just a long-term swing account. What I do in this account is I try to grab companies on discount that I believe have a decent potential future, and then I just hold it here, right? So you see I have Palantir and Disney here. Now here's Boeing, 20 shares, that's all I had. All I had were 20 shares of Boeing that I bought last year when everyone was afraid and selling off. I made $123.84 per share from a $110 entry. That's my realized gain right there. $123.84 made me nearly $2,500, over 100% gain. Here are my stop orders that I had. I had a 218 stop order from last week and a 229 stop order here that I placed in today. And here's Boeing. I sold it out at $233.84. And that wound up being a very, very nice day. Well, guys, that's pretty much it for me today. Closing out the day real nice with that Boeing swing trade. It's a long-term swing trade, but hey, green is green and money is money. And that was a nice trade. I wish I would have had my full size that I wanted on that. Never got it, but hey, at least when you're able to get 100% return on a partial size, that's still a very good trade. So happy with that. Going to go ahead and enjoy the rest of my day. Remember to smash the like button for me, and also comment in the comment section below. Let me know what you traded, and I'll catch you on the next one.